determination of vapor pressure of volatile liquid by Reid method. It is also known as Reid vapor pressure. And Reid vapor pressure is defined as absolute vapor pressure exerted by volatile liquid at a specific temperature of 37.8 degrees Celsius. And here we will follow standard test method. ASTM is the ASTM designation D323 for test. This method is used to determine vapor pressure of petroleum product and crude oil with initial boiling point above 0 degrees Celsius. First, see the apparatus assembly and see the operating procedure of this test. Okay. This is RVP apparatus. It is used in combination with heating bath. This one is automatic temperature controlled water bath. There is a temperature indicator controller at the bottom, and its role is just to provide required temperature, that is 37.8 degrees Celsius. In this panel we set the set point at 37.8 degrees Celsius, and it will automatically maintain water temperature at that value, 37.8 degrees Celsius. Come to the main operators of RVP. This is the RVP apparatus. It consists of two chambers. Lower chamber is sample chamber and upper chamber is vapor chamber. Lower chamber is sample chamber. It is in the shape of cylindrical pump, and vapor chamber is hollow chamber, and a burden tube type pressure gauge is fitted at the top of this vapor chamber. It will indicate vapor pressure, and there will be two units in the dial. Outer unit is in KSC, kilogram per square centimeter, and inner unit in red color is in PSI. And there is long thermometer. It will be used to record the vapor chamber temperature. This one. First I will explain how to perform the experiment. Then I will explain you operating procedure in detail. Then I will show the experiment. This is sample chamber. First, fill the sample in this chamber up to top, and there is condition that sample should be pre-chilled. Its temperature should be around 4 degrees Celsius. That's why sample is kept in either refrigerator or cooling bath. And this container should also have temperature around 3 or 4 degrees Celsius. So it should also be kept in refrigerator or cooling bath. So first you fill the sample in this sample chamber up to top. Then after filling the sample, immediately join this vapor chamber with this sample chamber without making any delay. Before joining the vapor chamber, you have to record the vapor chamber temperature by putting this long thermometer inside the vapor chamber. Keep it there for 2-3 minutes and record the vapor chamber temperature before connecting it to the sample chamber. Then now after connecting vapor chamber with sample chamber, then turn this apparatus upside down and shake it vigorously up and down 8 times like this. 8 times like this. When you invert this setup, sample liquid will run into vapor chamber. And see at the joint, if there is any leak at the joint, tight the joint. If there is no leak at the joint, then proceed. Then immerse this setup in the water bath. Before immersing, make sure that temperature of water bath attains 37.8 degrees Celsius. That is required for this test. When temperature attains that value, then immerse this setup in the bath first up to joint only for leak detection. If there is any leak at the joint, bubbles will come out. If bubbles will come out, then take this assembly out and discard the experiment. Otherwise, proceed. If there is no leak at the joint, then only place this apparatus in the bath by using this hanger and put it inside the bath for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, lightly tap the gauge and record the maximum pressure in the dial. That will be recorded as observed reed vapor pressure. Then after taking observation, then take this assembly out. Again invert it, again shake it 8 times like earlier, up and down, then again put it in the bath. Again note down the maximum vapor pressure in the dial. You have to repeat the same process continuously until 2 consecutive readings are same. But you have to do this shaking and taking observation at least 5 times, and that stable pressure, that constant pressure will be recorded as observed reed vapor pressure. Then there is a formula, this one. By using this formula, we have to calculate correction factor. Then that calculated correction factor will be added with observed reed vapor pressure, and that final value will be reported as reed vapor pressure. See why this correction is required. Why this correction is required? Actually, there may be water vapor and air inside this chamber. If we are heating this assembly from room temperature, from this temperature to that temperature, 37.8 degrees Celsius, that water vapor and air is also being heated along with sample, test specimen. So by calculating this correction factor, we are nullifying the effect of rise of pressure of water vapor and air. That's why we are calculating this correction factor. And result of RBP is reported in the unit of PSI and kilopascal, and it is rounded to the nearest 0.05 PSI and 0.25 kilopascal. Now see the experiment. Open the sample chamber. This is the sample. Gasoline is to be measured. Fill the sample in this sample chamber up to top. Then immediately join this air chamber, vapor chamber with sample. Immediately join vapor chamber, the sample chamber, then turn the upside down like this. Then shake it vigorously up and down 8 times like this. 8 times like this. Then set it in upright position. Immerse the assembly in water. First up to joint for leak detection. There is no leak, there is no bubbles coming out. Now place it wholly in the water by using this hanger and leave it there for 5 minutes. Vapor pressure is rising. See here, vapor pressure is rising. Ultimately, it will settle at it will settle at 7, and finally it has come to 7 psi. Okay, so this will be reported as observed value of RVP. Then, as I have told you, then we have to use this formula for calculation of correction factor. In this formula, P minus PT is TF minus 100 divided by 460 plus TF minus P100 minus PT. In this formula, small t is the air chamber temperature, which we have recorded before the starting experiment. P is the barometric pressure. P is the barometric pressure, means existing pressure at the time of experiment that we will get from the barometer installed in the laboratory. Then P small t is the vapor pressure of water at vapor chamber temperature, and P100 is the vapor pressure of water at test temperature, that is 37.8 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Fahrenheit. By using this formula, we have to calculate correction factor, then we have to add this correction factor with the observed RVP, and then finally we have got the RVP of this test specimen at 6.6 psi. Significance of this experiment. Read vapor pressure is an important physical parameter of volatile liquid. It critically affects the starting and tendency of vapor locking of fuel line of engine in gasoline operated vehicles. See how it affects the engine. In summer season, when ambient temperature goes abnormally high, excess vapor is generated, and that may cause the vapor locking of fuel line of engine. And in winter season, when it is too cold, sufficient vapors will not be present to ignite the fuel. That may cause the starting problem of vehicle. That's why seasonal shifting of RVP is done in some countries and classified as summer gasoline and winter gasoline. And RVP of winter gasoline is slightly higher than the summer gasoline. Thank you.